Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about the coming equinox, and it's a very, very powerful one. It has an eclipse, a solar eclipse, and we have the new moon in Virgo. So, this is activating the Virgo Pisces axis in the skies, and I have been wanting to connect with you for a few days, and I want to post more regularly, but it was just not happening. It was very hard for me for a few days, but I'm much better now. But I guess that I'm also going through a kind of a cleanse, and maybe this is something collective. So if you want to leave your story in the comments, I would really enjoy, and I would love to know, how are you all feeling this energy? Because it feels like something truly powerful and life-changing is going to happen or is happening. It's like it's a process. I do feel like it's a process. It doesn't feel like it's something sudden. The energy just feels like really like soaking in deeply and making us see like very small details. It's very Virgo and also quite holistic in that Piscean kind of Neptunian way, and it's very hard to describe, to put words, to categorize, and so that's that. There's that push and pull in the collective, and also in the microcosm in our own personal lives, and there's that push and pull that's trying to make us see very fine details, but at the same time, see how they influence the bigger picture. It's so interesting. So, I want this reading to bring us some light and more information about this process of metamorphosis, this transformation that's going on in the collective, and what this energy of the equinox and the eclipse is going to teach us. So, for the first pile, we have Scorpio and Aquarius, Gemini, and Leo. Your card is Garlic. For the second pile, we have Sagittarius, Libra, Pisces, and Virgo. Your card is Yarrow. For the third pile, we have Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Taurus. Your card is Woad. Okay, I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the card, the zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number one, your card is Garlic. And garlic is about adding something to your life if you want change. So sometimes we think that to change we need to remove something in order to put something new. And this card is about adding something. And it's about the exotic, it's about the strange, the different. But for some of you, I feel like consuming garlic can be really helpful, but this is not health advice. This is just something that if you feel like you can experiment with that and that's okay for your body, maybe that's a good thing. That's going to help you heal also, because garlic is a very, very potent antibiotic, and it's a kind of a panacea. It's something that it's a very beautiful, and it's something that we take for granted. Most of us use it in our food. but it has a very powerful medicinal purpose that we sometimes tend to ignore or to just underestimate. It's a very humble way to heal. So yeah, maybe for some of you, or even just the smell. So there's something about the smell of garlic. Even the flowers also smell like the the root of the garlic. So maybe there's something more subtle there. Something very small that can make a big difference for you. Maybe even like aromatherapy for some of you who are more sensitive and who like using essences and scents. There's something about the sense of smell here also for you. Okay, so I will start with an Ogham and then I'll get a rune also. I have decided to combine these two alphabets. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. This is Alim. And the keywords here are a grander vision, amplified vision, having, okay, so maybe holistic vision, having a holistic approach to a situation. Okay. Interesting. We have the Manaz rune, and it is about the collective. Society's values, your reputation, your broader concept of humanity. That's interesting, having a broad perspective, having a great vision. And maybe, so that's why the exotic part is also coming with the garlic. Something powerful that comes from the outside that broadens your perspective. Okay. So, okay, so I forgot. First, I want to get you some moon oracle cards. So, just give me a moment. Okay. I wasn't really intending on using this deck, but now I think it's important. So yeah, I'll start with these. So this is the waning gibbous. Yes, waning gibbous moon. Fruit stage. The keyword is compromise. And same stage. That's interesting. Waning gibbous moon. Decreasing in earth. And that one is decreasing in water. Water and earth. Fruit stage again. And responsibility is the keyword. Compromise and responsibility. We have Hera. And Hecate. Two very, very powerful goddesses. Maybe there's also something interesting about their interaction with each other, but we'll explore that in a moment. like there's some sort of balance or a deal that these two energies need to combine and need to achieve a deal or balance. Okay. These and yeah. Okay. So we have Venus in Aquarius with detachment, Mars in Scorpio with revenge, Moon in Gemini with adaptability, Venus in Scorpio with secrets, Moon in Aries with protection. Huh. I feel like these two are kind of attached together, secrets and protection. Mm-hmm. Visions, synchronicities, confirmation, and exploration. Oh, sometimes this happens. It's like this dance of the focus. The autofocus is not working today. Sorry for that. And DNA. Okay, let's see if I can fix it. Okay. DNA, sharing primordial essence and eternity. So different, the energy today. It's really interesting. Okay, let's see. 7 of Staves. 8 of Cups. And the Hierophant. Tradition with Juno. Okay. Let me just see. King of Swords. And the 6 of Cups. We also have this one, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so it seems to me like you're going back in time, maybe to your childhood or to your distant past, to retrieve something that you let go, that you thought was strange, that you thought wasn't fitting for your life, it wasn't the thing you wanted. But it feels like there's some kind of a return to the past. It's interesting because it feels like you're choosing a different collective. It's like you're choosing to be in relationship, in a relation. Oh, you're seeing yourself. So you're seeing yourself in relation to a collective or to different collectives, and you're choosing a different one. So you relate to a specific collective or many specific collectives, but there's something, and you don't have to give anything up because we have the garlic energy. So there's nothing that you have to give up in order to, or to distance yourself from, in order to get that. But I think that you're going in search of something. And it seems like it's something very traditional because we also have Hera and Juno, and these two goddesses are goddesses that they don't rock the boat, okay? They go by the rules and they understand their position. And it's also a very powerful position. It's not a position of submission by any um, um, in any, it's just a different perspective of acceptance. It's not submission. It's, I know my own power, I know how things work, and I accept the rules. I accept that things have their own structure, and I am standing on that structure. I don't have to rebuild things from the ground. I can enjoy um, the efforts of others also, and contribute to that, be like big pool of energy. Okay, so I am a part of a sequence also. You have DNA. So there's something that goes way back. And now that I'm thinking, maybe it's even beyond your lifetime. So past, really past lives, if you believe that, or just something that you can, a wisdom, a tradition that you can enjoy, that can add something to your life. Because garlic is about adding something to your life, something exotic, something that you haven't really considered up until now, or something that, even something that you have rejected. Because garlic is also a bit like that. It's I feel like garlic, people either love garlic or they really hate garlic. So it's really polarizing. And you also have the Two of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're kind of struggling to balance something, but actually the message of this reading is that you don't have to really struggle too much. You just have to accept certain rules and to use them in your favor, to use that understanding and that work from your past lives or from your ancestors. And it's not even something that you have to kind of advertise. I feel like you can enjoy a lot of this energy in your personal life. So that's interesting. So it's about belonging to a collective, but it can be something secret. Or it can be something very personal, very intimate. That's so interesting. But at the same time, it's something that really expands your vision of humanity and of the existence. It gives you a broader perspective. Maybe it's also about, yeah, there's one thing here that's really important. It feels like you shouldn't make so much effort right now. You shouldn't overexert yourself or even just use effort at all. It seems like you just have to be very present. And as long as you can do that, as long as you allow yourself, because that can be a challenge, to be present. Our mind can be scattered. There can be a lot of demands. And I certainly see you having to do something, about things. But I feel like you have to change that mood and to be more in the flow. And something from the past will help you do that. A tradition, a knowledge, a body of knowledge. It can be spiritual in nature. It seems like it's something that will come to you easily. It will come to you smoothly, easily, maybe in synchronicities and kind of fated events. There will be signs. There will be a lot of signs in the collective also. Ace of Staves. The Chariot with movement. This is a Rhiannon. Princess of Swords. So I feel like this equinox and this eclipse is going to redirect your attention. Princess of Staves, Six of Pentacles. Oh, two cards. And these two came out together. Prince of Swords, Prince of Staves. You're really going to participate in something like a group dynamic, and it feels to me like the way to do that is to kind of be, to help others. Wow. I feel like the best thing that you can take from this experience is that you give. You are allowed to give, that you have the opportunity to give something of yourself to those people. And it feels like they're following you somewhere. But it's something that is subtle at the same time. So it's not something that will be completely obvious. But I feel like this eclipse is going to show you a side, an aspect of yourself that is much more in tune with your deeper nature and with your essence, with your primordial essence, with the eternal aspect of you, of yourself, of your soul. And I don't even think that that should be challenging in any way. It will be very smooth. It will be very soft. Maybe the problem, not that it's not a problem, it's like the issue that comes up is that it's something that is not obvious, that is not like written on the wall. It's not obvious, it's not apparent. It's something very subtle, very deep. It also feels like whatever you do is going to make you stand out or move away. But in a good way. It's like it's something that is ending a period of challenge or of conflict. It's changing the whole energy, the whole dynamic is changing. So there's something that you've been doing that has kind of inflamed your spirit, and you had a lot of drive, you had a lot of motivation to do something. But the thing is that I think your motivation was making you move away from your objective, and maybe you need to move closer to your objective but away from a specific dynamic. This is one of those readings where I feel like there are a lot of paradoxes. So there's a lot of macrocosm, microcosm. So there are a lot of challenges maybe to your worldview coming up, maybe in conversations and group dynamics, and the understanding of how energy flows through collectives, through groups, how things just kind of trigger other things, and the causes and the consequences of actions and of words, and of how the group works together. So it feels to me like you're kind of moving yourself further away from something, but closer to yourself, closer to your objective. And what's interesting here is that you're going to be given the opportunity to give, and that's a good thing for you because that's the best thing that you could get. It's very paradoxical. And it also seems to me like that you're kind of searching for love in all the wrong places, you know that song? But it's not, when I say love, it's a very broad definition of love, not romantic love. Specifically, it seems like you're trying to do something and you have a couple of strategies that are in place for you to do that. But there's something else that I think that you're not considering that is kind of the game changer, and that's the garlic essence that's coming in. That's something that adds flavor to your mix, and it's something that changes your worldview. It includes more. It's something that is more, it encompasses more. It can embrace more. You can include more visions and more aspects, more things, more situations, more relationships, more energy. And more of yourself comes into that moment. And that's the only thing that you really need, is more of you here, present. So I feel like this equinox is going to be a great chance for you to bring more of yourself and not be so focused on the outside, on what other people can contribute to your life. But it's interesting because you are the best contribution to your life right now. It makes you stand out, but at the same time, you also give to others. So that's the best thing that you also get from this. It seems like it's very contradictory. It seems like the energies are constantly changing. But the thing is, I feel like the constant change is just your natural movement of flow. And if you don't resist, if you just flow between these two states, and it becomes very, very quick. It's like the wheel, when it spins really quick, it seems like it's still. It looks like it stops. So that's, I feel like, the purpose of this past energy, of this exotic thing that might have been in your past before, or in your childhood, or even in your family, in your ancestors, or just in your past life or past lives. That's going to help you. It's something traditional. It's something that's very, I would say it has a lot of rules. It has a lot of maybe dogmas even, but specifically rules. Like there are guidelines, there's structure. It's an institute. It can be an institution, so it can be a company, it can be an institution, it can be some sort of organization that's actually really, really helpful, and maybe you rejected in the past, but now you see, no, that's actually exactly what I need. There's something like that. And that whole, these stories are all connected. They're all a part of your path to bring more of you here. And there's also one thing that's really interesting here, is that there are a lot of people that need that. They may not even really understand why or realize it because they're young, or because they're just intuitively going, forward, and they don't really understand fully what they're doing, but they want to understand, and they're just really eager or enthusiastic, and they will also help you. That's so interesting, because you will help them, they will also help you a lot. So there's a lot of this kind of dynamic here. It's very, very present. But I also feel like this is something that will not be obvious, that will not be completely defined inside of you or for yourself. Like your understanding is still not defined, but the structure is there, and you just have to accept it as a part of you. So maybe there will be an opportunity for you in an institution or organization, and it's like the way it happens, the way that door opens for you, it's very synchronistic. It's completely out of the blue. You won't understand how that happened, but it happens in the present, when you're very, very present, and you're just accepting every part of you and who you are and what you want to do, and the eternal essence, the eternal part of you, which is also primordial because it goes across time and space. It's very soulful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm also available for personal readings at the moment, so if you want, just send me an email. You will find it below. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2. Your card is Yarrow. And Yarrow is a lot about masculinity and virility. And it also is about working with that energy. So understanding that energy and working with it. This is an altar, a beautiful altar to a snake entity. And it's going up into the sky. When I see this card, I really think of the sky as like being the objective, being the dream, the aspiration, your highest aspiration. And this is also, to me, how I personally view the masculine energy. So this energy of elevation, of trying to detach from the earth, almost trying to fly into the sky. And maybe this is also representing your work with that energy. But there's also another aspect of this card that's interesting, which is about fidelity, about trusting partnerships, any kind of partnership. So it can be business, it can be romantic. And this is also interesting when considering the masculine energy, how to trust that aspect also. Okay, so I'll start with the Moon Oracle. This one. Okay. So we have the last quarter moon decreasing in Earth, the fall stage, and the keyword is principle or principles. So this is the waning gibbous moon, decreasing in air, fruit stage, and the keyword is reputation. Principles, reputation. We have 2 paths, the 19th moon mansion and Fortuna or fortune, the 11th moon mansion. Interesting. Okay, let's get you an Om. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is Nun, and it's about the connection of the worlds, macrocosm and microcosm. Connection between worlds. Maybe that's why you have two paths here also. Where two worlds are about to be connected, the earth and the heaven. But it feels like there's this enthusiasm of the beginning, and right away, it seems like a very, very auspicious beginning. You have things falling from the sky, literally falling from the sky, and principles and reputation. It feels to me like your past word, so your word, you being having a good reputation of being a principled person, of acting the right way, of making the right decisions, of choosing the right people, or just really being known for something really positive. It's like a very good idea, a very good picture of you has been propagated. And people that had access to that image, to that knowledge or story, they really see you in a very, very good light. And I think that that will give you blessings that seem to come from the sky. It's like blessings from the divine, actually. But it's like the fruit of something that you've grown for a long time. And that's like the relationships that you nurture, the conversations that you have, the very small things that kind of accrue to this beautiful picture of who you are. And people are seeing that, and they're creating opportunities and situations for you that make you think that things are now falling from the sky. That's so interesting. So it's like your personal decisions and your personal world is now connected to the whole, macrocosm and microcosm. And we also have the Tiwaz. Tiwaz is about leadership. So maybe you will be put in a position of leadership, or people will see you as a leader, as someone very brave because you've faced adversity or you have stood up for your principles. You have a reputation of doing that. And people, this reading is a lot about how people see you, the light that you bring to other people, how they trust you. That's very sweet. It seems like there's a lot of respect and dignity and even nobility. It's like they see the nobility in your heart and they want to elevate you by giving you something or by opening doors for you. They want to help you. This is a very, very auspicious time for you. I feel like you'll receive gifts, you'll receive blessings, and even just really pleasant conversations. They're very nurturing. It's like people want to give something back to you. Tradition, resurrection, truth, sincerity, clear path. And soil, slowness, physical body, depression, and lack. So interesting. You have also strangers, future, innocence, innovation, turning point. So it feels to me like you might even meet people that you don't know that you would never imagine meeting, or people that you don't know, you have no idea of their existence. They want to meet you. They want to give you something. They want to give you blessings and opportunities and pay their kind of respect to you. Saturn in Gemini with concentration. It really feels like the right words have opened the right doors for you. Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. It also feels like you have touched a nerve. Moon in Taurus with exaltation. Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. And Venus in Aries with lust. I think that you will be quite surprised by the way people will approach you. Like they want something from you, like they're really interested in what you have to give, in what you have to say, in your presence, in your essence. There's something that you said in the past that touched someone, that made them curious about you, or that made them kind of, it sparked something in them. Maybe something passionate. It can be romantic, but it can also be like this interest. I'm very interested in what you're doing. Please show me what you're doing. I want to know more about you, more about your projects, who you are. It seems like it's very essential. It's about who you are also. It's about what you're doing. And it's about your ambitions. It's about the direction in your life. And whenever I see divas, I also see an arrow, of course. And it's like pointing upward, like this snake, like this monument, this altar. It's pointing to the sky. It's the primordial essence. It's the primal essence, which is represented by the snake and reptiles in general, that wants to go towards heaven. It's about ambition. It's about the direction. And also two paths. I feel like people trust you with choice. They trust that you'll make the right choice. King of Swords. This is all about having the right ideas and the wisdom. The strategy, the wisdom, the understanding, having a very sharp mind, sharp understanding. Nine of Pentacles. To me, this is really looking a lot like Fortuna. You have the bird, and she's kind of grabbing something from its mouth, and the same thing here. So blessings come from your great strategies and the words that you have said to someone. Someone is really interested in your words. Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're a writer, a poet, or I don't know. Maybe there's a script. You're writing a script, or you're writing a book. There's something about your words that are really powerful, and someone really wants to use them, or to engage with them, or to amplify them. And it gives you blessings. So it might even be giving you rewards, material rewards for that. Ukemochi with transformation. This is the Death card. Wow. And the Devil card with temptation. Niai loro kidu. And these cards kind of have this wavy kind of spirit world. There's something kind of undefined, or there that is going to become defined. But to me, you know, in this case, with Fortuna, with reputation, principles, resourcefulness, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, to me, this is marking a transformation in your material life. It feels like you're going to have a windfall of sorts, or great opportunities to make a lot of money. Something is really, you're cashing in. It feels like that. And it feels like it's because of what you did before. Like you had really good ideas, or you had a really good text. You had a very, very smart approach to something. It was a good strategy. People trust you. People will trust you with their money. Actually, they will bet on you. They want you to succeed, and your projects will take you to the sky like a rocket, like an arrow. Prince of Cups. Three of Swords. Five of Cups. So for some of you, this is romantic, and someone is really aching for you. It feels like they really love you, and they really suffer when they're not with you. It can also be the reverse, like someone gives you so much and you really miss them when they're not with you. This is for some of you. Maybe you both miss each other, actually. And if that's the case, it's a really sweet message. So you've really made an impression on someone. They really love you, they trust you, and they trust you with much more than just passionate love. They trust you with their life project. They want to take it to the sky. They want to bet on it. And it certainly feels like it's a great connection. If this is your reading, if you feel like this fits your situation, it has a lot of potential. It will bring something new into your life, a complete transformation. It will also be very challenging, because if you love each other a lot and there's a lot of energy there, of course there will be challenges, because if you're not with the person you love, then you miss them very much. Or if there's any kind of a drama, it seems like it's very, very, it's amplified and it's very passionate. You have Death card, and in Heart Matters, I feel like it's a very intensifying, powerful force. And with the Devil here, it feels like it's a great connection. It's something that can really last, but it can also be very overwhelming at times. You have to kind of tame that power somehow. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and these two. Okay. Strength card with Oya, and Queen of Swords. So to me, this is a really clear message that what I was saying about the Devil, it's the advice here. So you really have to understand your emotions, and also the emotions involved, how you're interacting with this person, and how is this able to create a beautiful future? How is this interaction creating this more resources? So it's like the idea is that I want to say something. It's like a sentence. It's a kind of an expression, idiomatic expression, or it's like a popular saying, and I can't really reach it. So just give me a moment. Okay, the sum is greater than the parts. Sorry for that. I just blanked. So you really have to kind of put your heads together also. Your hearts are together. It's obvious. But put your heads together also and try to understand how this can be a positive force in your life, how you can tame that passion a little bit. And it's not to diminish it, it's not to control it, it's just to direct it, to direct the energy. And with strength, this is a lot about also containing a little bit your passions and to understand how to make them work for you and not against you, how to tame the lion, how to kind of calm the passions a little bit, because it seems like it's a bit extreme with the 3 of Swords here and the Prince and the 5. It seems like it's very extreme. It's kind of beautiful at the same time, because it seems like it's very innocent and it's very very heartfelt. It's not something that is at all calculated, okay? But now that you know that this is a reality, you need to take it to another level, to a more detached and calm way of being together. So when the passionate energy subsides a little bit, and you can think and you can be reasonable as much as you can when you're in love and when you're infatuated, it sometimes is very, very hard to see, because you can plan something beautiful. It can last forever, actually. It can take you to a place of a lot of accomplishment together. So, and if this is not romantic for you, because it suddenly really turned into something very, very romantic, and it's also, as I said in the beginning, about learning how to deal with masculinity or virility, and that really powerful drive to do things and to be forward thinking and to detach from the earth, with ambition and with drive. So learning how to tame that a little bit and learning how to do magic with it also. It's like alchemy, using that energy. So what is the other side? What is the energy that balances that out? So understanding that in this dynamic is going to be very, very helpful. Now I understand another aspect of this card. So because of the extremism, I feel like you have to focus more on this middle. Even if you know you can go to those extremes when you want, don't stay stuck there. Understand that magic is truly in the middle, because it's in the middle that you create things that last. It's somewhere in the middle. But it doesn't mean that you can't use that energy, okay? That you can't access that energy. Of course you can, but you need to understand it. You need to have a deep understanding of what it is and what it means and where you want to take this. How does it flow from one extreme to the other? Observe. So there's going to be some sort of kind of a meditation, sort of detachment from what's happening so that you can observe. Because if you can't observe, if you're too caught up, you can't make any sense of it. And you need to. This is the advice here, is that you have the strength to tame the storm, like to tame that tsunami, that devil that comes, the fears and the like passionate, it can even be like feelings of jealousy, envy, of it's like I can't deal when you're away. I keep thinking that someone or something will take you from me. Possessive energy. So learning to deal with that intelligently and in a detached manner can help you both grow and can help you create something that lasts, because you're both learning about this. You don't need to, you can tame this. This is the energy that I'm seeing here. So this is for those of you who know that you're not in a pathological relationship and know that you can work together. This is a balanced relationship, because it can create something really meaningful. You can do this together. There's a lot of hope in this, but there's a lot of work also to be done. So if this isn't romantic, it can be a partnership or friendship that's really fruitful. And because we have the Ten of Pentacles and a lot of signs of great financial success, it seems to be like you have to control your passions a little bit and to not be afraid, because maybe there's risk involved, maybe there's a bit of loss, there's the perspective of loss, certainly, and you have to manage your emotions so that you create something that lasts together and that you don't make any rash decisions. You need to think about things. You need to tame your emotions and tame your fears, because I do think that this situation can induce those feelings, like extreme feelings. Like, I love this so much, I want this to happen, but at the same time, I'm so afraid, because if this fails, it's something that's a great loss for me. I will feel terrible. I will feel so disappointed. It's about managing your emotions here. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. You can find my email below, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is Woad. And Woad is about the warrior spirit. It's about creating things that are completely aligned with who you are, in spite of other people or of outside pressures. So there's a lot of kind of protection, or like an immune system of sorts, a barrier that this warrior has, like I forget the name, like a shield. Yeah, okay, so like a shield. And I'm also really drawn to the boar, and the boar he really embodies these qualities. He's very brave, and he was the symbol of the warriors. So the woad, the plant, has a bit of a story, and I know that there are conflicting views on that, and it is that it was used by the Gallic warriors, and so that's where you get the word Picts. So they were tattooed with this blue dye. You can also see that kind of depiction in Braveheart, for example, and a lot of other movies. But I'm not sure that it is accurate, that it was woad. So this is a bit of a contentious point. So, but it's interesting, okay? So it adds to that warrior imagery, that bravery, almost like even a sort of ecstasy in being, in embodying the warrior spirit also. Okay, so we'll start with the lunar. Okay. So what do we have for pile number 3? Wow, okay. Let's start with these. We have Artemis, which is also the goddess of the hunt, which is interesting. Freya, and the mask, 24th moon mansion. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay. So this is the waxing crescent moon, increasing in air, the sprouting stage, and the keyword is ideas. And this one is the waning crescent moon, decreasing in air, seed stage, and the keyword is to yield. Ideas, yield, but also the warrior. Okay. Let's get you an Om. You have code, sorry. Okay. Code. So this is a sacred place. A place where things converge. Knowledge of past, present, and future. It converges. Convergence. Let's get you a rune. Raido. And these are very ancient, like they're not ancient, they're almost ancient, very old rune set that I have. So it's a little bit worn out, but I still love it so much. It was something that has been with me for many years, but I couldn't really connect to it up until now. So I'm very happy. So this is about movement forward and progress. Okay. Love, childlike innocence, play, honesty, and essence. And these two. Impediments. Rules, willpower, refusal, discipline, responsibility. And perfume, instinct, camouflage, sublime, liberation. So I'm getting an idea already that you know what you want. You're directing your energy nicely. It seems like you have a good idea. Like you have a good idea. You're focused. You know what you want. But someone is not being completely honest, or something is going to be exposed and revealed, and that's going to It's going to present you with the challenge of adjusting, the challenge of adapting to that. Moon in Aquarius with independence. Saturn in Leo with generosity. Mars in Virgo with criticism. And Mercury in Gemini with excitement. So it feels like someone is hiding what they really know or feel about a situation, but you will know. They will reveal it themselves to you. I'm wondering where this is going and what is this relationship about. Okay, so let's get you some tarot first. 10 of Swords. The Devil with temptation. Nyai Loro Kidul. Okay. Oh, we have these three coming together. 8 of Cups, like this. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Staves. Nine, 9, and we are in a 9, so this is the 9th month of the year. Is this about something that happened on the 9th of September? Something about what happened in that day that will be revealed to you? Okay, I think this is about whatever happened in the last moon eclipse, which was really powerful. It was on the night of the 7th to the 8th. So I think that it was on the 8th. Well, the 8th to the 9th and the moon. Okay, so something happened in the eclipse. This is still about that moon eclipse that happened 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, right? A bit less, so, but it doesn't matter. What matters, because this is a timeless reading, is that this is about two very powerful events that have to do with the sun and the moon. They have to do with eclipses, so extraordinary astrological events. Something was sparked, triggered, revealed to you in the last eclipse. And it seems like you still have to know more about what happened. You still want to investigate, to discover something. There's more to that revelation. And I think that revelation that you had has something to do with the end of a cycle. And it's telling you to observe. It's telling you to honor with your attention something that's actually very important to you, but that's kind of in the background. And that maybe should be more on the forefront, because it seems like you're kind of putting it how do I say this? It seems like you're dampening it, like there's a numbness there. It's like I can't take this anymore. But actually, there's something else that you need to understand about that. And if you don't look at it, if you don't have the eyes there, it will, I would say, turn against you in a way, or it will make you yield. So if you don't understand something the easy way, you will kind of be forced to see it anyway. Okay, so this solar eclipse is going to bring you the last part of the message. So you have to be prepared for that. Four of Cups. Yes. It feels like a refusal to see something. 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. And I think that it's something that you know exactly what I'm talking about. If this reading is resonating with you, you know this subject very well. You know what it takes and what you have to do. But maybe it feels like it's oppressive. It feels like it's imprisoning you somehow. But it's more like you are imprisoning it. It feels like it has to be released out into the world. Queen of Staves. Ace of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. We also have this one here. Prince of Swords. Okay. I think that you have to consider your resources very well at the moment, because you might need to save more, because there's something that you really want in the future, but it needs a little bit of saving, like you need to save. You need to be cautious, you need to be vigilant. So it seems that your principles and your view regarding money, regarding resources, material wealth, is going to be shaken or put into question, or there's going to be a revelation that's going to change your mind, or there's going to make you even stronger, like a strong believer in something. Like, I know that I have to give something up in order to have something even better. And I know that I have to maybe go through a little bit of hardship to get there, but it's better if I keep course, if I keep moving forward, because if other energies start to interfere, it seems like you'll have this confusion and it won't be the same thing. So I feel like this specific eclipse and equinox is going to bring you a message, and that message will clarify something about how you manage your resources. And that will give you this kind of a sense of a mission of, or like a warrior-like mentality. Like, I can do this. Because with Freya here, I feel like there's this kind of a warning or a danger, because you also have the devil here with temptation, to revert to a situation in which you would fight for resources and then you would lose something else that you would really love having also. So it's a bit of what you would call a Pyrrhic victory. And the Pyrrhic victory is about a character from, this is ancient Rome, and it was a general that took their fighters, the warriors, they went into battle, and so many died that although the battle was won, everything was lost. So was it worth it? That is a Pyrrhic victory. That's what I'm seeing with Freya here. It's like, to what extent is it worth it? Is it too much? Because you will lose so much, or you will lose something very important. You will have some kind of a revelation that's coming with this eclipse about that. Like, because when I see this Five of Pentacles, and it has this Ace here, it's like the seeds to a new material reality. And although you have the Five of Pentacles, it seems like it's a positive thing to be a little bit more, like, to scale down a little bit, to save as much as you can, because you have something in mind. You have to be vigilant so that it keeps its course, so that you don't lose yourself. It's so interesting. I'm also I'm hearing this story that says, don't be too comfortable. In your case, comfort wouldn't benefit you, because there's something about your situation that requires a warrior mindset. And if you're too comfortable, you would lose track of your mission. You would start to maybe be complacent, stuck in a boring place with boring people, or lack of enthusiasm, lack of stimuli, lack of that which is your perfect picture of health and abundance. You might have money, but you wouldn't have abundance. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, you can have money, but abundance, to really enjoy the money that you make, you need to have abundance. And that's all of the resources that you consider good in your life, that you want to treasure, your treasures. Don't forget your treasures. You will get a message that will clarify this. And it can also be someone who doesn't really have a lot of resources, but they have something that you treasure. And maybe they have an idea for you, or they want to contact you, they want to work with you, but they don't have a lot of money, for instance, but they have other resources that can be very valuable. And it seems like you're going to connect with them through this Prince of Swords. Someone has an idea for you. And it might seem like something that doesn't give you a lot, but I feel like it gives you something else that's very important. It seems like there's a treasure hiding in an unlikely place for you. But it's something very interesting, okay? It's something that might seem very small, Ace of Pentacles, like a very tiny seed. The Ace of Pentacles is not necessarily a tiny seed. That's what I'm seeing here. Like from the Ace to the 10, that's the growth potential here. And the 9 is actually very close. The 9 of Pentacles is wish fulfillment regarding material wealth and resources. And I think that more than wish fulfillment, this is also about expansion. Your vision of expansion, of sharing. It's like that potential energy that needs to be out there, it needs to be shared, it needs to work for itself, it needs to be propagated somehow. And this person can give you that, although they might not have the material resources at the moment. Specifically money. It feels like they have resources. They don't have money, but there's other things that you can exchange. Other types of energy that you can exchange. And it feels like you're going to have that knowledge really soon. This eclipse is going to reveal to you opportunities in unseen places, specifically opportunities for you to share your warrior spirit and to share your mission, the things that are important to you. And it might not be very comfortable, but it seems like at the moment being comfortable is not exactly working in your favor, although it's important for you to have the essential, of course, to have the basics. But I do feel like you do have that. And you have so much more that's so close, it's going to fall into your hand. But you have to be mindful of other aspects of life that are also important and that can help you integrate all the ways you can be abundant, all the different ways you can be abundant, like having good connections, social circles, good contacts that can help you with many different things that are useful for your growth and expansion, your reputation. There's the opportunity for you to stand up for really strong beliefs that you have because you have this warrior spirit. And there's a convergence of energy here. So I feel like you need to meet with someone. You need to focus your energy on that now. It's a good opportunity for you. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. Just send me an email, you will find it below. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.